would be peaceful and hunky-dory, but as we say, it ain't that way.
It ain't that way, honey. Not at all. Mark, you make a lot of sacrifices, and you're going to make a sacrifice tomorrow morning, aren't you?
Well,
I'm
catching an 8 o'clock flight out of Kennedy, JFK. I'm getting to the airport at 6, getting up at 5:30. I'm going to Ohio so that my daughter and I can drive back to New York on Wednesday because my son, my daughter's brother, is getting married on Saturday. So this way, she's here. Her husband has business in Louisiana. He's going to be flying in on Friday. Okay, so this way everybody will be together.
And you don't want your daughter to fly in alone.
Rather than have her drive by herself, which I didn't want, and my wife didn't want. So I'm flying out there, and she and I will drive back, to New York on Wednesday.
That's what I said. It's a sacrifice because you want your daughter to be safe and drive back.
Of course, I don't want her doing it by herself. And these are things that you don't even give a second thought to, and that's usually what happens when it comes to family. You do things, and you never ask yourself why you're doing it. You're not asking for anything in return.
It's true. You're not.
I mean, you work with your son. Your son is part of your business. I mean, that in itself is, somewhat of a sacrifice. I mean, however much he helps you and everything, the bottom line is he's drawing salary that could be going to you.
Yeah, and it's tough working with family. Everybody knows that. That's nothing new. But like you said, so you want to call it a sacrifice, whatever you want to call it. It is, it's what we do.
It's true. So let's hear, ladies and gentlemen. It's remember, it's 646-595-3247, and we would love to hear what sacrifices you've made for your family. You may not even think of it as a sacrifice.
Or what?
It may be something that you just do naturally.
Or maybe what disagreement have you had with your family that you couldn't overcome and you couldn't resolve?
One thing I have to say, Felix, I see it more, where we live. People my age. I'm a little bit older than you. People my age who are pushing, strollers. What you have is grandparents, and you know this because your wife did this with your grandson. People pushing strollers, taking care of grandchildren so that their children, husbands and wives, can work, because in this economy and in this day and age, you have to have two incomes, coming in, sometimes even two full-time incomes, and sometimes even more than that, depending upon whatever lifestyle, you have. And if that's the case, then what happens is, grandparents who have already raised families, wind up making sacrifices by watching grandchildren a few days a week.
Sure, and the kids have it good because now they don't have to pay for the babysitter. It's a big saving for the kids. At the same time, so it's the grandparents enjoy it and the kids save money. Everybody does, makes out.
Exactly.
I think.
Exactly. But let's hear from our audience. Remember, this is a very simple topic. It's something that everybody has an opinion about. When it comes to family, I mean, I'm sure if you thought about it, I'm not talking about you, Felix. I'm talking about our audience. But if our audience thinks about it, the bottom line is there must be family members that you may not get along with, family members who you try to avoid wherever possible, family members who drive you crazy, because you're trying to understand why they do the things they do, and sometimes you just can't do that because whatever people do, it makes no rhyme or reason.
That's true. We're going to eventually play some music here tonight, but not yet. I was trying to figure out, Mark, an appropriate song for this type of a show, a show on sacrifice or love, a song on sacrifice or love, and I really couldn't think of much.
Well, I could think of one, but I don't know if you really have it. It's from the show A Chorus Line, and really, it's more of a love song than it has to do with the love of two people, for each other. But the song I remember is a song that my sister danced to at her wedding with her husband at the time. It's What I Did for Love. And when you think about sacrifices that we make for family, that's exactly what it is. It's what we do for love. You don't think twice about doing something. It's just something that comes naturally.
Okay, now listen. Can you hear that?
Oh, we are family. Sly and the Family Stone.
All right, Mark, we are family. Since that's a copyrighted song, we're going to cut it right there.
But I have to tell you, it's too bad because, part of it was very choppy. But, as soon as you said that and started playing it, I knew right away when I said Sly and the Family Stone, we are family.
Yeah.
But that certainly would be the ideal song to play. Yeah. If we had the copyright rights to it, for a show like this.
And what was the other song you said?
It was from A Chorus Line, What I Did for Love.
Well, let's see if we have
Kiss
that.
Today, Goodbye, and
let's see if I have that in my
Point
library.
Me Toward Tomorrow.
Let me see what I have in
Wish
my
Me
library
Luck the
of
Same
songs.
To you, do What I Did for Love, What I Did for Love.
What I did.
And it's also along those lines of the things that we do that we don't think about that just come naturally.
Mark? You still there?
Felix, I have to honestly say I heard absolutely none of that. I couldn't make it out.
Neither could I. I don't know where they came from. I couldn't figure out how to shut it off.
Yours, certainly. I have no idea what that was.
What would you say that a song is what I would do for love?
What I did for love.
What I did for love?
But that's more of a love song.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's not really a family song. It's a love song. Okay.
No, I have no idea what went on, Mark. That I didn't know how to shut it off. That was weird.
Well, that's all right. It killed about 30 seconds of the show, so that's fine.
Yeah, right.
But I am surprised that we haven't heard from one or two of our regulars. I mean, speaking for let's say Elisa, I know she's going through a lot of medical issues right now. But I know she makes sacrifices for her daughter. And her family is making sacrifices for her by making sure that her daughter is taken care of while she's in and out of the hospital. We're
going to call her because she asked me to call her.
One of the things that happens, along with, let's say, we can even, use you as an example. I mean, you have a business that you're trying to run and you run back and forth to see your wife whenever possible. Not easy. But these are things that we do. I remember when my wife was in the hospital with her brain surgery. I was there early in the morning, just after breakfast, and I stayed up until just before dinner, and I came home and made sure that there was dinner for the boys, at home. What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. No, that's the song.
Yep.
But again, it's very difficult to hear. I don't know why. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if the rest of the audience can hear it. And I won't forget what I did for love. What I did for love.
Mark, the music is for some reason is choppy. There seems to be a problem with the connections from my music, so I don't want to play because it doesn't sound too good.
I know, and to say, it's too well, it was easier to understand Sly and the Family Stone, We Are Family, but and this is such a beautiful song. It's really a shame, but look, I mean, it happens, especially when it comes time to doing our show. This always seems to happen to us,
It's, at least our how should I call it? Our technician is coming up pretty quickly with the songs, though, even though they're not playing well.
Hey, listen, he's right on top of things.
Yeah, how often do you get that to happen? I'm going to call up Elisa. I know she wanted me to call, so I'm going to give her a call right now and see what she has to say.
All right. Okay.
And maybe what you should do is hang up and call back. Maybe we'll get a better connection, so you won't hear all that noise.
All right. I'll give you about 10, 15 minutes, and I'll call around 10:15.
No. Call right back.
Okay.
Call right back.
What?
Call right back. I just want to see if we get a better connection.
All right, if you think it's going to make a difference, but
I don't know. It can't hurt.
All right, so this is Dr. Mark signing off, and pretty soon it'll be Dr. Mark signing back on again.
All right. Meanwhile, we're going to call Elisa. Let's see if she answers.